Hello everyone, this is Anthony Goody. Welcome back to another video. And today, I'm going to review a creepypasta. So yeah, this is my opinion. So this is my review on a creepypasta that was made by, um, Rohan, I think that's his name. Yeah, it is Rohan. So he made this creepypasta called Monsters Inc. Opening deleted version slash alternate version. So it wasn't a warning. Like, no one told me that this creepypasta exists. I mean, there's only 2 videos on it. So Rohan made that creepypasta. And then in this video, what you're seeing is Mewtwo Fantastic the object thingy. So he somehow copied the story and made it into a robotic voice, which I don't mind. So I must say, so guys, I saw this creepypasta today. I listened to the creepypasta today. So before I watched it, so I was being myself, obviously. So I thought to myself, oh, well, I better go watch it then. So I got curious about it, and I watched it, and holy crap! I don't know what to say. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, again, I don't know what to call it. This creepypasta is it's like fan effed up Monsters Inc. things. I don't know. So, I must say, so the beginning of the creepypasta, but it obviously contained spoilers if you haven't heard the story. So go check out Rohan's channel, and I'll maybe post a link to the creepypasta in the description below. So you guys go check him out. He's a pretty interesting YouTuber. He's pretty good at creepypastas. So in the opening of the story, so he receives a link by Pixar Animation Studios for some reason. So Pixar apparently send the story creator a deleted slash alternate opening to Monsters Inc. By the way, Monsters Inc. is one of my favorite Pixar movies growing up. And fun fact, guys, when I was 3, I was in the moving truck with my dad, and me and him were driving it to Ohio, and I watched Monsters Inc. a lot. No, I'm not even kidding. I was watching Monsters Inc. several times, like 100 times, until we got to Ohio. So anyway, so he plays the alternate opening, and there was like a warning, warning, graphic, viewer discretion is advised. So the opening of the movie is like what you expect. But when the door creaks open, you can hear and the kid hears a growling. He was looking around his room just to be sure where the growling is coming from. And right next to the door, there was squid like arms, but he was holding like an axe or something. So the kid was usually these animatronic dummy things that the monsters can scare them to be sure that their scaring practice are pretty good. That's what they usually do in Monsters Incorporated / Monsters Inc. I like to call the movie Monsters Inc. because it's shorter. So obviously, after that kid goes to bed, obviously the kid is like a animatronic dummy thing. well, for the monsters to scare. And then you can see a monster shadow going over his bed. And then the usual blue lighting that they have in the opening, it just turns blood red. And then the camera pans down under the bed, just like in the original movie. And then you could see like purplish eyes under the bed. But they're not purple. They're red. And there's blood, like crying blood comes out of there. And then Mr. Vile, who is one of the monsters from Monsters Inc. He's usually like a spiky monster. And then so he emerges from under the bed and he rises up like he did in the original movie. And the kid's eyes were open. And don't worry, there's no jump scares or anything. I'm just describing everything about the story. So Mr. Vile, in the original movie, he only has the glowing eyes, the glowing purple eyes, and he lets out the claws, like in the original movie. But this time he still does it. In the creepypasta, he still does that. But he has like a bloody smile. That's kind of creepy the way you think about it. And the Simulator Kid, this is where the two similarities comes the original movie and the creepypasta. So in the original movie, the kid screams at Mr. Vile, and then Mr. Vile screams at the kid because obviously because Mr. Vile knows how toxic kids are. And then he like steps on a soccer ball and it hits him in the face. It's just so funny. And then he steps on the skateboard and he falls, and he lands on the spiky toys, and he just screams. It's like a trap, like Home Alone, for example. So, and then Mr. Vile, after Mr. Vile fell on the spiky star things. I don't know what they're called. And then Mr. Vile screams like, "Ah!" Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. And the reason why I'm not screaming loudly is because my mom is sleeping along with my niece. Because I don't want to wake her up by screaming. Because that's what Monsters Inc. That's all Monsters Inc. was. They collect children's screams. Though until the end of the movie, they collect children. Monsters Inc. collects children's laugh at the end of the movie. That's all because Mr. Waternoose, the main villain of the movie, he gets sent to jail by the CDA. So anyway, back to Mr. Vile. So Mr. Vile goes nuts because of the spiky toys that he fell on. And then the lights turn on because there's that simulating kid on the bed. Obviously, it's an animatronic. It's mainly like a scare floor simulator. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah. So in the story, the kids let out, well, instead of like a normal scared scream that he let out in the original movie, he lets out like a loud blood-curdling scream for 5 seconds. And then he like jumps out of his bed. Are you expecting like an animatronic leg? No. No way. No. He's not an animatronic. He's a human. And then Mr. Vile's like, "Come here, you!" Something like that. And then the kid goes into his parents' room and says, "Mommy, Daddy, there's a monster in my room." but his parents are not actually in there. So, guess who's in there? It's Tex, the robot from the THX logo's mascot. But I'm not going to tell you the story on THX. My story of THX. Yes, it's scary, but that's not the point. The point is, Tex is like, don't worry. I took your mom and dad into a safe place. You know. And then he has a chainsaw and he gives it to Mr. Vile. And he's like, alright, let's kill this kid. Or something like that. I don't remember much about it. So the kid wants to go hide. So he hides in the kitchen pantry. So Tex and Mr. Vile's looking for the kid. He's like, come out, wherever you are. And then the kid sneezes. It's like, or like, achoo! Something like that. And he accidentally alerts the two serial killers. So Tex found him, and the kid screams again. But it wasn't as loud as the first time he screamed. But again, not like in the original movie. It was blood curdling. But thinking about a blood curdling scream, it gives me chills. But my God, when I first heard this story, I got chills. So guys, I don't want to give anything else away. You just have to see the story for yourself. But if you guys want to know more about it, I'm not going to tell you at the end of the deleted opening. But I will tell you what happened after the dude watched the alternate opening. So he... Oh yeah, when the screams happened, the guy plugged his ears because it was so loud and ear-piercing. And he actually got blood on his fingers because his ears was bleeding from the screaming. So, yeah. So after the dude watched the alternate opening, he got nightmares of Tex the robot and Mr. Vile killing him. And the other one is like the most insane thing of all. It's that simulator kid who is screaming at his face. Oh my God. That is like the worst thing you can possibly experience in a dream. You can't actually have a dream. Guys, I never had dreams that someone screaming in my face. That is like the worst thing ever you can possibly dream of. Like that's your worst nightmare. So if I were you guys, I would stop thinking about that and think about something else. And hopefully it will get your mind off of it, and you'll dream about something else. Like a donut world. So trying to get your mind into good things. Not just have like random creatures roaring or screaming in your face. That's the worst thing you can possibly think of. But I just don't know what else to say. This story is probably the greatest I I I don't know what to call it. I am just speechless about this story. Well, yeah, Mr. Vile is pretty funny. But Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, Mr. Vile! Do you have to go killing spree on that simulator kid like that? Along with Tex the robot? Oh my God. So, Rohan, if you're watching this, dude, You gave me chills. I'm not even joking. You gave me chills. So, and I thought the normal opening of Monsters Inc. was scary when I was little. But now that I heard this story, oh my god. It is so scary. This creepypasta made the original opening of Monsters Inc. to shame. I mean, if you go watch Monsters Inc. now, it won't be like this creepypasta. It will just be like what I described. No, you know, it goes from scary to funny. You know. So anyway. So guys, this is my opinion. So, my final rating of this creepypasta, 10 out of 10, just for the reaction it gave me. So Rohan, if you're watching this, you did a phenomenal job on this story. You gave me chills, and you pretty much scarred me from watching Monsters Inc. Well, the opening of Monsters Inc. So the next time I'm gonna watch Monsters Inc., I'm just gonna skip the opening. Well, unless if I want to see Mr. Vile fall down. Well, Mr. Vile getting hit by the soccer ball and fall down and going nuts. Yeah, that part was funny when I was 3. I always thought Mr. Vile was pretty funny. But in this story, that's graphic. Like, I can't believe Tex and Mr. Vile became like horror movie killers. Like, it's just utterly insane. So guys, I'm gonna have to leave a link to the creepypasta in the description, along with Rohan's channel. So guys, so click on the link in the description below that I will put in. So, wish me good luck for a good night's sleep, because I hope I don't dream about you know what. But if I were you guys, I would stop thinking about it and listen to relaxing music and ASMR or whatever you like. So guys, that's my review on a creepypasta. My first creepypasta review. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn post notifications on. And again, shoutouts to Rohan for making that story. Rohan really gave me chills. So thanks a lot, man. Your story gave me chills. So, and I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully you'll see more of my Godzilla Unleashed stuff. So I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.